All right, Mike Davis is a founder and president of the Article 3 Project, joins us now. Mike, good to see you. Your reaction to the indictment and how bad you think the case looks for Bolton?
This is a very serious indictment against former National Security Advisor John Bolton for espionage. This case is brought by career federal prosecutors in the District of Maryland. It's by a Democrat grand jury, or largely Democrat grand jury in the District of Maryland outside of D.C. You have career federal prosecutors from the National Security Division signing this indictment. This is not a partisan indictment by Trump loyalists. This is a very serious indictment with 18 counts of taking and mishandling highly classified information, top secret, even beyond top secrets.
Yeah, and a jury pool, again, with the indictment, comes from a jury pool that's very anti-Trump there in the Maryland, Virginia, D.C. area. But Bolton spent a lot of time hammering the president for his handling of classified documents, alleging that the president belonged in jail for keeping those documents, despite the fact that the president had something that none of these other people had, which was executive privilege.
Yeah, and he also had the Presidential Records Act, which allowed the president to have his presidential records in the office of former president, which is what Congress provides. That's why former presidents get federal office space, Secret Service protection, SCIFs, security clearances. Bolton didn't have those things. He allegedly shared this classified information via an unsecure email, maybe with family members. He knew what he was doing was clearly wrong, as evidenced by these quotes from Bolton in this indictment. And I'll tell you this, Rob, if this indictment proves to be true at trial, John Bolton's going to be spending the rest of his life in prison, likely.
Rest of his life in prison. Is that because it's clearly seen that he knew that this information had been taken? He didn't say anything because he didn't want to indict himself, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's 76 years old. You have 18 counts of espionage. I mean, I'd like to see what the sentencing guidelines are. I mean, I would imagine he's at least going to spend 10 years in prison, if not more. So that really. So these are serious charges.
You think 10 years, does that track with what we've seen in the past?
Well, I mean, you have you're knowingly taking classified records here, national defense information, and this isn't just old intel. This is national defense information. And remember, the Iranians targeted and spied on Bolton. So what did the Iranians get out of these classified documents, these highly classified documents that John Bolton allegedly stole here? So this is very damning for Bolton. There's a reason all these career prosecutors from the National Security Division are on this case.
I want to play just some reaction from the other side. Dan Goldman, one of the most partisan of the Democrats. Take a listen to this.
This is a much more thorough investigation, and if the allegations are true, it is a crime. But we are left wondering whether or not he was charged because Donald Trump doesn't like him, because Donald Trump is, and I agree with Ambassador Bolton, trying to squash dissent, trying to squash any form of accountability by going after his enemies, or whether it's a legitimate prosecution.
What's your response to that?
Dan Goldman is such a blowhard. This is the same guy for 4 years of this unprecedented Republican-ending lawfare against Trump. He cheered it on. He was part of these impeachment hoaxes. Yeah. Bolton got caught red-handed, it appears, and he's going to go to prison.
Yeah, and I tell you, with the way he talked about, President Trump and the handling of those documents, for this, I mean, what a development in that world, because he was on TV quite a bit, as we've seen in the monologue, just saying that the president belongs in jail for this and really scolding him for the handling of his documents. To think that he was doing the same thing, that's rich. But something else. Mike Davis, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Show a little bit more from the Bolton indictment here. On or about July 15, 2018, his wife and daughter text Bolton, "Do we get a diary?"